The Stepford County Railway Iceberg, created and explained by myself. By the way, I've actually planned to make this video 3 months ago. Apologies for the procrastination and enjoy the video. Class 357. An electric train set in use on Stepford Connect, which is completely free of charge, making it one out of 2 starter trains in the game alongside the Class 717 on Metro. The Class 357 debuted in late 2017, got remeshed in version 2.0, and started to share its Noob Train title with the 717s since version 2.2. Bantech. A one-man gaming studio located in the United Kingdom and run by Adam Whitney, aka Bantech, the former Innovations Director in GDV until he left SCR in 2023 and renamed his business to Last Level Studios. His surname and interests are the namesakes of Whitney Green and Rocket Parade, respectively. Metro. A commuter/rapid transit operator sharing some infrastructure with the main network. It was planned back in late 2017 but only opened in May 25. As of today, Metro serves the Stepford, Barton, Benton and Morganston areas via a network that is based on both Merseyrail, Tyne and Wear Metro, and several metro systems in Europe. Longer Trains Game Pass. Launched on Christmas 2024 with version 2.1. It costs 1,000 Robux and allows you to unlock trains longer than 7 units long. Its excessively mad price nearly put SCR on hiatus for a few days until the version 2.2 leaks starting in New Year 25. Training servers. Specific servers in the game providing training classes for players who want to be promoted to a higher rank or unlock a role above driver. Joining the SCR Roblox group is required to attend trainings, as well as a minimum experience level of 60 and a theory quiz before you can join a session. Manuals can provide players with knowledge required to pass the quiz. Even the sessions themselves are really hard to join. Platform Zero. Airport Central, Lynn by the Sea and Stepford Central have something unique, a zero-th platform. This practice is also used in real life, with Platform Zero as an extra or spare platform possibly used during peak hours, though I don't think numbering it 0 makes any sense. SCR Discord. SCR has been making use of Discord servers pretty much since it's been founded. The Discord server serves as the main means of communication for SCR fans outside the game, and even provides information like sneak peeks. Tramlink. Tramlink was a proposed operator for tram trains that the devs decided to abandon and cancel. Its infrastructure is now being replaced by a Cardiff-style tram train route run by Metro. Charlie RBX. Also known mononymously as Charlie, he is the founder and main developer, basically the fat controller for the SCR game. His real name is Charlie Woodhead, behind the name of Woodhead Lane, but not a lot is known about him as a person, except for the fact that he works part-time for LNER. Matty X 2013. Also known as Matty, he is another well-known developer and programmer for Stepford County Railway. His most notable work include functional doors and interiors for trains, and of course West Benton Station, which also has a statue of his Roblox avatar. Matty has become a big meme in the SCR fandom, though he isn't really active on his YouTube channel, or generally speaking. Shifts. Organized roleplay sessions usually involving a scenario hosted by supervisors and above in private servers and aiming to replicate real life. On discretion of the host, shifts may have restrictions to the network or roles. Shifts often end with a mini-event by the host, mostly a group picture. There are sometimes 24-hour shifts, but they're pretty occasional and rare and happen once in a blue moon. Winstree. A demolished station in use until 2018 when replaced by Leighton Stepford Road. It was served by Connect and planned for express services as well, though the current equivalent also serves Airlink. Winstree is known to be the only demolished station in the history of Stepford County Railway. Million Visit Liveries. occasional liveries for trains used for celebrating a certain millionth visit to the game. Last celebration occurred in April to May 2025, celebrating 100 million visits with a new Express Class 180 with platinum lining as opposed to the usual pink. Though perhaps the most famous livery is the Connect Class 360 50mm livery with gold lining. Paper trains. The first-gen SCR trains were known as paper trains due to the painted-on windows, doors, and textures, as well as lack of interiors. The models originated from an older game called Mind the Gap, a relatively primitive train simulator from the mid-2010s. Classes 700 and 701. The Class 700 was the former noob train until the 357s and 707s took over in the big update. The reason behind this train's replacement was that 6-car 700s do not exist in real life, which is just pathetic. The Class 701 ran on Waterline until version 1.1. Ironically, it was based on the Class 710 model, and this led to a rumor that the 701 was actually based on a 710, but it was misspelled as a 701. The Class 08. The Class 08 is a diesel shunter which entered real-life service during the Second World War. This makes it the oldest train to exist in SCR, though not the oldest drivable one. The oldest drivable train is the Class 43, which debuted in 1972. The Class 08 and 66s are the only non-drivable trains in Stepford County Railway. Stepford Loop. The Stepford Loop was a loop line branching off the Morganstown line after St. Helens Bridge and ending at Stepford Victoria, where it merges with the Victoria branch. This line never came to exist, for it was planned for Metro, but it won't come back on today's Metro for some reason, though it holds the title to be one of the most proposed Metro routes in SCR history. SCR Discord Lockdown. Charlie has been known for a few controversies throughout his career. One of them is taking the mickey out of a child player on SCR's official Discord. This led to SCR Discord servers being put on hiatus throughout 2022, as well as Charlie's name change to SCR Team Official on both Roblox and Discord. The Big Update. Released on April 21st, 2018. It revamped the game's code, GUIs, signaling, scenery, and locations, like the addition of the Layton and Connolly areas. This update also provided us with points, experience, and mobile phone support. SCR vs BR. SCR's top competitor since 2023 is the fourth rail game British Railway. This game has more realistic trains, graphics, and routes. The liveries are based on real-life UK train liveries, old and new. The rivalry between SCR and BR is still going on to this day, though some players prefer both. High Speed. A proposed express operator now known as Stepford Express. According to Legacy Fangames, this operator had dedicated track for most of its route between Stepford Victoria, via the Morganstown line, and into Wynn Street. This kind of practice is similar to High Speed 1 and several high-speed routes outside the United Kingdom. Berrily-Denton Road and West Berrily. Two stations in the Berrily area which were built for tramlink and are being revived under Metro. Version 1.8 launch. Version 1.8 launched on December 5th, 2021. It overhauled several trains, stations, infrastructure, as well as game code. Dispatching has been enabled at Hellsmere Junction, East Berrily, Bewley Park, City Hospital, and Faraday Road. The station and operator announcements switched from stock TTS voices to Emma Hignett for the station announcements, Janine Cooper Marshall for Stepford Connect, Justine Harris for Stepford Express and Airlink, Faye Dicker for Waterline, and David Shepard for today's Metro. The Class 323. The Class 323 is possibly the most proposed train in the whole of the SCR fandom. It was mainly proposed for Waterline, and in fact a paper train model of it was actually built and introduced for SCR, but it never happened. I don't really understand why. Newry Harbour to Greenslade. Waterline ran services from Newry Harbour to Greenslade prior to the big update when the route was replaced by Newry Harbour to Connolly. Version 1.4 leaks. Version 1.4 released in 2019 and gave us the extension to Lynn by the Sea. This update was leaked with a video showcase as well as a demo in October that year. The leaks fueled controversies all over the SCR fanbase, and the demo was shut down. The update was released in December 2019. SCR Legacy Games. Fan games that replicate the main SCR game prior to the big update, aka the Legacy phase, as well as featuring cancelled projects like Tramlink and Metro in its planned stages. All versions of the Lynn by the Sea extension are featured in most games, as well as some past big update features. These games have been criticized for its fraudulent claim of the games to be accurate remakes of the old SCR game, as well as their broken features and poor paper train models. Transport Fever 2 and Train Sim World mods. The Steam page to Transport Fever 2 provides SCR fans with map and vehicle mods based on the legendary Roblox train game, though these mods are quite obscure even within the SCR and Transport Fever fandoms. The more popular Train Sim World games also come with SCR livery mods for British trains. St. Helens Park, a station on the planned Metro operator's Stepford Loop line. As with the rest of the OG Metro network, this route only exists on legacy fan games, though some of these games speculate that St. Helens Park is located somewhere along the line towards Coxley Newtown. 2-stop Morganstown Shuttle. There were plans to run the famous Morganstown Shuttle as a true shuttle route, with services only running between Port Benton and what is now Morganstown Docks, but used to be part of Morganstown Station, but we'll talk about it later. Airlink to Lynn by the Sea. A 2020 sneak peek depicting an Airlink train bound for Lynn raised rumours in the fandom about Airlink extending services beyond Leighton. This project did not come to reality until April Fool's 2025. Operator rebrands. Canard got rebranded to its current blue and white colours in version 1.5, as did Waterline and Airlink in version 1.6 and Express in version 1.7. Denton Road high-speed platforms. Berrily Denton Road is most known as a tramlink station, but did you know it was also built as a high-speed station? Though it is very rarely known to most of the fandom, and even a few legacy games actually acknowledge Denton Road as a high-speed station. Rosedale Head. Connolly's proposed name. The name was scrapped and given to Rosedale Village in version 1.10. However, Rosedale Head is sometimes written with two words, Rosedale. Stepford Victoria as a major interchange. Stepford Vic was planned to serve express services as well as regional and metro, though the closest thing you'd get to Stepford Victoria as a major station would be its current status, serving Connect and Metro. Come to think of it, Stepford Victoria was also rumoured to be the proposed terminus for Tramlink and High Speed. Charlie RBX controversies. We've discussed the most famous/infamous Charlie scandal in Tier 2, but you'd never know, there've been more over the years. One of these is what some like to address as the Bowden incident. When the new announcers were hired in version 1.8, the audio assets for Bowden Station announcements were flagged by Roblox moderators for mysterious unknown reasons. Charlie got banned for a short while before returning to SCR and living happily ever after. Fusion of High Speed and Express. High Speed has said to have been recycled for Stepford Express, though a few fans reject this theory, considering High Speed as another express operator pointlessly coexisting with the mainstream Stepford Express. Benton Platform 5C. When Benton Station opened, it was built with a Platform 5C for express services. Morganstown High Level. This is some debated entity that either corresponds to the station that is now Morganstown Docks, or the high-speed platforms at Morganstown which are now demolished. The former theory also suggests Docks was going to be connected to the main station by a footpath, given that they're really close to each other, which slightly renders Morgenstern docks kind of useless to some players. Nightly Sleeper. Another proposed operator based on the Caledonian and Cornish Riviera sleepers. As its name suggests, it serves night train routes from Willowfield and Stepford Victoria to Lynn by the Sea via all the important stations. This operator is considered the least feasible proposal to SCR, both because the network is too small and because there are no plans to extend the network to accommodate night trains. Fanon Park. Possibly the most obscure, mysterious station in the whole SCR franchise. Hardly anyone talks about it, and it's obscure enough to doubt its canonical existence. It is known to be a fan-made high-speed station roughly on the site of New Harrow. Few legacy games actually acknowledge this station, which is proof of this station being one of the biggest mysteries in the SCR fandom. Some more obscure versions of Fanon Park also serve Connect, Tramlink or Metro services. Tramlink Test Vehicle. There have been a few vehicles speculated to be used as test vehicles for Tramlink's infrastructure. Some mention a 166, whereas others mention this thing shown in a photo from 2017. Buses. The most unfeasible proposal to the game according to most. While it's nowhere near as unfeasible as Nightly Sleeper in my opinion. Buses exist as background assets, but the closest thing to drivable SCR buses could be that old Stepford bus simulator made by Charlie in 2011, which I don't know whether is still active or not. Guard Lounge. A top-secret Discord server only accessed by honchos in the SCR fandom. Quote, very funny stuff has been speculated to have happened in this server, but that's basically just a fan theory, and they just want to suss the honchos out. Hallam Square. Another rarely discussed station, this time on Tramlink. However, this station is actually real, unlike Fanon Park. Not a lot is known about this stop, other than the fact it was destroyed during the big update, and it was originally named after a bloke called Zach Hallam, who worked on this station. Fake leaks. Visual hoaxes disguised as SCR sneak peeks. Most of them revolve around Metro extensions, as well as new trains and graphics features like mesh tracks. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please leave a word in the comments below, along with a like, subscribe, the lot. Don't forget to click the bell. Thank you very much for watching, and Merry Christmas.